Hey, what's up guys? Wanted to come back with another video. I think this one's really important, so please listen up. How much should I invest in starting my insurance agency? This is a big question. Very important, especially just people getting going, so let's dive into it. So the answer to how much should you invest in starting your insurance agency is as much as you can possibly afford to. Insurance is a game of time. The sooner you kind of build stuff up and you build up that book, the sooner it starts to renew, the more the cash flow really starts to get going year after year. So the more you can build it up early, the better. At the end of the day, regardless, how much you invest, you want to make sure that your sales are exceeding your expenses. Any basic business, you don't want your expenses being above your sales, obviously. And that's why you need to reinvest into the most impactful and strategic places that are going to reward the business. And some examples: leads, employees, marketing, etc. And sometimes you need to roll the dice a little bit. Roll the dice. So I'll tell you guys how I did it. Starting up from scratch with about $10,000 straight out of college. It was not my most financially strong time of my life, so it was a very grind in the trenches mode. So I'll dive into just a few points that I think are essential, and then maybe we'll talk a little bit about rolling the dice a little bit on investing into the agency. So I got myself a small office, super small. It was like within a real estate office. It was $500 a month, so that was an expense. Another thing, I got a cheap desk, some cheap furniture. I used a laptop and a monitor. I still do that. I signed up with an alliance and a cluster, SIAA, which is basically market access. That costs money up front and also monthly fees. Every company's different, so check them out. I hired somebody to create a logo and a brand for me because I understood that digital presence is the future. Nobody walks into agencies anymore. Some people do, but most of it's online. I hired a part-time employee about 9 months in, so I knew that I needed to start delegating and getting some, more activity going on. Activity levels are key. So I hired somebody 9 months in, part-time, played around with that and hired and fired and did my thing. I got a cheap phone system. That was good. Obviously, you need a phone. These are all essentials. And then one of the things I kind of did to roll the dice a little bit, I bought a bunch of gift cards, $5 Starbucks gift cards, and literally blindly sent them out to loan officers, real estate agents. So I spent about like $500 a month just on gift cards that I was just blindly sending out because I realized I don't want to be targeting people always. I want to go straight to the source. And me being nobody, starting from scratch, a young guy, agency, nobody knows who I am. I need to get my name out there and go to people that already have those relationships, have that trust already established with customers, high net worth individuals. And I went after loan officers, realtors, and just sent them gift cards. It was a big rolling the dice, spent a lot of money on it. Ended up working out very well. For every dollar I spent, I got about $4 back because I did my analysis there. So other than these things I just mentioned, I want to talk about how I worked extremely hard. So be prepared. There's a lot of work ahead of you too. It's not just, you send out some gift cards. Like I texted. This is one thing I never talked about. I literally went through every single one of my contacts. I think I had like 1,000 contacts, and I texted every single person in my contact just saying, hey, it's Chris. Remember me from middle school? I just started an agency, and if you ever need help with a quote, please let me know. Or friends or family, I'll send you a gift. So I did that. Another thing I did was I would send out 100 a day loan officers. I'd go on LinkedIn and just say, hey, if there's ever anything I could do to help, please let me know. Would love an opportunity to help run you guys a quote for one of your clients. 100 a day. I wouldn't leave until I had 100. And I also walked into a bunch of State Farm and Farmers offices locally. Everybody has one that you could throw a rock. You could hit 3 State Farm offices. So they're everywhere. Like, you can walk into State Farm agency offices and say, hey, I'm an independent broker just down the street. If there's ever stuff you guys can't do or you guys get stuck with stuff, let me know. I'm happy to help out. I'm a broker and I have lots of flexibility with weird stuff, and that's how you can get some deals too. So ended the first year with about 250K in premiums sold. So that was just about breaking even on my investment plus expenses. So at that point, I was extremely happy. Young guy, didn't lose money my first year in business, so I was excited. And guys, my belief is that if you break even or your first year or two, obviously shoot for the stars and try to make money. But if you're breaking even, you have to, that's a good year, first year. Don't hold back on your reinvesting. The more you can invest, keep your expenses as low as possible. But the more you invest, the better. And my suggestion is to anybody out there, your first 2 to 3 years, sacrifice those years by pouring the money back in so that you can build up the business. Delayed gratification, that is the key to building up something successful. And even if you can do it longer than 2 to 3 years, then go for it if you can afford to. So, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Also, last tip, keep a safety net of money in case you don't want to run out of money or expenses being too high. That's how businesses fail. So in case everything goes sideways or another coronavirus wipes out the insurance industry or Amazon knocks us out, we don't know what's going to happen. Be prepared to have some reserve money in case the world goes sideways. Those are my tips. Anybody out there that needs help, go to chriscostantini.com. And guys, please, if you get any value from this, please give us a like. Please subscribe. We would, that's my only ask. Or share this with a friend. We'd really appreciate it so we can continue making good content for you and bringing as much value. So that's all I got. Hopefully that was helpful. And guys, save your money, reinvest, build something big, and take care of your family. For future generations, build something meaningful and do it right. So that's all I got. Best of luck to everybody. Let me know if you need help. We'll see you guys at the top. Peace. Hey guys, coffee is for closers, so make sure you drink your coffee.